I'm Claire Ridgway. You probably know me by now because you've probably been watching these on a daily basis, but I'm founder of the Anne Boleyn Files and Tudor Society websites. I'm also an author of several history books, including the ones in this pile here. And On This Day in Tudor History is the book that has inspired this series of videos. So what happened on the 20th of January in Tudor history? Well, on this day in 1557, Queen Mary I's pensioners did muster in bright harness before their queen at Greenwich Park. Now, we know about this event from Henry Machin, a merchant tailor of London who kept a fabulous diary, bless him. There are some parts that you can't read that are damaged, but it's a wonderful primary source for the period 1550 to 1563. And he recorded what happened. The 20th day of January at Greenwich Park, the Queen's Grace's pensioners did muster in bright harness and many Barbary horses. And every pensioner had 3 men in green coats guarded with white. So they rode about the park, 3 in rank, upon great horses, with spears in their hands painted white and green. And afore them rode trumpeters blowing. And next a man of arms bearing a standard of red and yellow. In the standard a white hart, that's a deer, and on the other side a black eagle with gilded legs. And between 2 and 3 of the clock they came down and mustered afore the Queen's Grace, afore the park gate. For there stood the Queen's Grace on high, and my Lord Cardinal, and my Lord Admiral, and my Lord Montague, and divers other lords and ladies. And so afore the pensioners rode many gentlemen on jennets and light horses, but especially there rode one gentleman, his name is Master, and unfortunately there is a blank there, upon the least mule that ever I saw. And so they rode to and fro afore the Queen. And there came a tumbler, and played many pretty feats afore the Queen and my Lord Cardinal, that her Grace did like heartily. And so her Grace did thank them all for their pain, and so after they parted, for there were of the pensioners 50 and more, beside their men of arms, and there were of people of men and women above 10,000 and more. But who were these pensioners, as they're described, who assembled before the Queen for inspection on this day in 1557? Well, the honourable band of gentlemen pensioners, the people that the diarist is talking about here, were actually the monarch's personal bodyguards. Now, this band of men, these bodyguards, were formed in 1509 when Mary's father, Henry VIII, came to the throne. They were a mounted escort, i.e. on horseback, whose job was to protect the monarch, to protect his life. Interestingly, they still exist today. We still have, in the reign of our present Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, Her Majesty's bodyguard of the Honourable Corps of Gentlemen at Arms. Today, they're not her personal bodyguard. They don't do that. Their role is ceremonial, purely ceremonial. Whereas in Henry VIII's time, these men had to be willing to give their life for the monarch, and they actually accompanied the king into battle as well. So that's who these pensioners were, and on this day in 1557 they appeared before the Queen so that she could inspect them, and this was at Greenwich Park. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. You can of course subscribe with the button below, and I hope you're enjoying these On This Day in History videos. Have a great day, take care, bye bye.